Hey everybody, I'm King Quad. Hope you're having an amazing day, and today we're back with some Resident Evil. Now, I think we're probably going to finish it up today, right? I broke up the first... Oh, forgot about this dude. I broke up the first parts of this into two different videos. I'm probably going to try to cram the rest of this game into one video. I feel like I probably could. I've always really liked this puzzle. It just looks so cool. Alright, now that that's done, we're actually kind of like flying through this. There's not much left. I mean, there's kind of a lot left. But like I said, you know, if you're seeing this in finale mode, it's the finale. Ooh, okay. So we're down here. We got one of two books that we're going to need. Eagle of South, Wolf of North. Keep that in mind because that title is going to be pretty important to a puzzle later on. I've got a book here. November 29th. I can't get out. I've tried every possible way to escape, but only to be faced with the reality that I'm trapped. I've been everywhere. The laboratory with the large glass tubes filled with formaldehyde and those dark, wet, and eerie caves. What can I do? At first, I didn't want to believe my eyes, but that familiar high-heeled shoe in the corridor, it was like reflex. One name came to my mind. Jessica. I don't want to believe they share the same fate as me. No, I can't give up hope. I have to hope they're alive. November 30th. I haven't had anything to eat or drink for the past few days. I feel like I'm going crazy. Why is this happening to me? Why do I have to die like this? I was too obsessed with designing this ghastly mansion. I should have known better. November 31st. It was a dark and damp underground tunnel, and another dead end. But even in the darkness, something caught my eye. Carefully, I lit the last match I had to see what it was. A grave, but deeply engraved into the stone was my name. George Trevor. At that instant, it all became clear to me. Those dudes knew from the beginning that I'd die here and I fell right into their trap. But it's too late now. I'm losing it. Everything is becoming so far away. Jessica, Lisa, forgive me. Because of my ego, I got both of you involved in this whole conspiracy. Forgive me. May God justify my death in exchange for your safety. A name is carved into the small gravestone. George Trevor. There's a switch. Dang, y'all, and it was just like that. Rest in peace, George Trevor. So we do know that Jessica was still alive at the time of his death, and then, of course, also Lisa, which is his daughter. Oh my god, we'll see Lisa soon. I'm gonna get these acid shells, and then I believe there should be a battery? Yeah. I always love that turnaround. It gives off the perfect amount of, you know, 1900s. Oink! Ooh! Oink! Okay, so if you guys don't remember, this is yawn. Like what you do when you're tired, you yawn. This is a big snake that killed Richard. This was for Richard! Yeah. Isn't it kind of ironic that acid shells are the one that did this dude in? Kind of crazy. I feel like all the things that should be resistant to acid in this game aren't. Like this in the Hunters, those big frog things. There's a book back here. This is our second book that we need. This is volume 2. Eagle of South, Wolf of North. And with these two, we can do a puzzle. I'm gonna take this silly little eye of his. What is this, a Chaos Emerald? Jesus Christ, look at this thing. I got a book here. Something handwritten. It's not dated. Nothing's changed. I never thought that this room I designed as an experiment would pay off like this. I can hide here safely for a while, because nobody knows about the secret painting. Not even Sir Spencer. Painting of a mansion, the back of the art room. Interesting. Too bad that serves no purpose. I'm gonna run in here real quick. I'm gonna grab this cool little box. This is like the third box we've seen like this. I'm gonna run past this dude. Oh my god. Dude, everything's just on me right now. This is crazy. Alright, we're here in the Dungeness Caverns. I just realized cave is short for cavern, isn't it?
Is that you, Jill?
Mind boggled.
Is that voice
I was 20 years old when I learned that. Enrico!
Are you with anybody, Jill?
No.
No, but why?
We'll learn about Enrico in Resident Evil 0.
Someone is a traitor.
Uh-oh.
Umbrella set us up.
Dang.
Enrico!
Rest in peace, Enrico.
traitor?
Who could have
Who?
done it? You hate to see him go like that, bro. He was cool too. I really liked this character. He's the captain of Bravo team. The way that Wesker is to Alpha team, he is to Bravo team, or was, you know. Unfortunate. We got a crank. Yay! We're gonna use this later on. Rest in peace. So sad, bro. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, so I'd finished this puzzle. This is on the little jewelry box. Got a nice little brooch, but it's not a brooch. It's a key. A key. Okay, I always try to prepare myself going into this room because I know exactly what's happening. Earlier in one of the notes left by Trevor, I believe in episode 1, he mentioned Tiger Eyes. This is Tiger Eyes right here. Hey, Tiger Eyes. Yep. Oh my god, get juked. I went the wrong way. Okay, we're gonna have to... Ow! Where did I go? No way, he just swallowed me. Oh, dude, I was about to say. Let's go, Jill. Let's go, Jill. Okay, I'm good. I'm not poisoned. I got one. That most certainly... Yeah, I'm so confident I got poisoned. Oh my god, we survived. I found a blue plant, so it's good. I'm not poisoned anymore. Let's go. Dude, Tiger Eyes is crazy. And there's a lot of ways that you can play this game. Get in there! Oh, I almost died. In my playthrough, I didn't have to kill Tiger Eyes, though. Okay, we're deeper into these caverns. Elevator's power source. Open lid. That's really cool. I don't know why this has a Aztec calendar on it, but it does. You know, cool thing. 4, 2, 3, 1. I'm so smart, bro. Oh my god, I didn't have to do it. Just like that. Wabooty dabooty. What about these elevators?
Jill.
Jill's so
Barry?
fine.
Thank God you're safe.
Barry, my
You too, Jill.
homeboy.
A noise I heard brought me down here, but I didn't
He's been a little
expect
suspicious. I'm not gonna lie.
this.
This whole game, he has been.
Have any idea as to what might be at the bottom?
There's only one way to find out.
Dude, Jill's so fine. I need me a Jill Valentine for my Valentine. Oh my! I just realized, bro, because I want to play the rest of the Resident Evils. I might say Resident Evil 3 for Valentine's Day because she's my. You know what I. That would actually be kind of cool, and that it would make perfect sense because Resident Evil 4 comes out in March.
Go check it out. We had enough surprises for one day.
Oh, I gotta
stay here
check it
and
out.
secure our escape route in case something happens.
Okay.
I'll stay here in a... What? That's the wildest thing. This dude got the craziest suggestions I've ever heard on planet Earth. Okay, that's just not the right room. So that was Lisa back there, right? And we got another jewelry box in her room. Also with a picture and some notes. This is a picture of the family. There's something written on the back. November 10th, 1967. Progenitor virus administered. Jessica, type A. Plasmolizing of tissue during cell activation. Virus fusion, negative. Action, disposed. Dang, so we can assume that this is the whole Trevor family back there. Lisa, administered virus, type B. Plasmolizing of tissue during cell activation. Okay, so hers was negative. Lisa's is positive. Body modification, observe constant results. Status, continue. Protective observation. George, action, terminated as of November 30th. Dang, that's crazy. November 14th. I feel dizzy after that shot they gave me. I don't see Mom. Where did they take her? She promised we would escape together. Did she escape alone and leave me behind? November 15th. I found Mom. We ate together. I was very happy. But she was a fake. Not my real mom. Same face, but different inside. Have to find Mom. Have to give face back to Mother. I got Mom's face back. Nobody can have my mom except me. I attach her face to me so she doesn't go away. Because Mom's sad when I meet her without her face. November 17th. From inside box, sent to Mommy. Maybe true Mother there. Stone box hard, it hurt. Steel rope in the way. Can't see Mother because 4 stones. I just realized, so that's referencing when we'll actually see it. We'll get to that in a second. Just keep in mind that she said there is a hard box, and there's 4 ropes in the way that are hard, which are done away with 4 stones. Yeah, but I mean, her whole story is really sad. And this is a cabin from earlier, which is where we first met Lisa. And I did mention that her face kind of looks like it. We can assume that she's wearing her mother's face. Dude, the hunters are always on me, bro. Turn on this lamp. Turn on the lights. I believe this is Spencer's study. Like Sir Spencer, the house owner, mansion owner. Alright, so in the study, we actually got a little, it's called a metal object, but we know right here, this is a little insignia. It's Umbrella Corps, if you look closely. We've got this here. We combine that with that. We use this on this door, put that on the left side. Scooch over. We're gonna put this on the right side, and just like that, the door's unlocked. We're about to find out. I always really liked how that looked. It reminds me of Saw. I don't know why. It just looks so eerie, but so cool. It's hard to believe that this remake came out in 2002, bro. Like, the year I was born, it's crazy.
Jill, you're alive.
Hi, Barry.
I
Alive?
was worried because I thought you were.
Man, get that out of my face. Who do you think you are?
Start.
Ah, good work, Jill.
Calm down. I didn't want to do it. Believe me, I can explain.
Don't lie to me.
Dude, look at that gun, bro. That thing is wild. It's a hand cannon if I've ever seen it. And this is Lisa Trevor right here, guys. This is the daughter of... I always forget his name. George? Yeah, I think it's George.
No time to talk. Jill, hand me my gun.
I'm not handing you nothing, sir. What are you talking about? And the mother is Jessica.
Jill!
Dang. Don't do it.
Barry!
Ah, they did my boy dirty. Dang. So we can see that this room is exactly what Lisa was talking about before her full transformation. There's a hard box in the middle surrounded by 4 stones. And I didn't even realize that until playing it this time around. Oh my god, dude, what a read. Okay, yeah, get this one. I get this one. There we go. So the 4 stones are removed. The hard rope that she was talking about are chains. She had no like reference point for what chains are. And this is the thing I thought was like sad about Resident Evil games. You never even see the side effects until stuff like this happens. This is a young child wearing her own mother's skin. She doesn't know better. It's crazy though. Okay, we got Barry's 44 Magnum. Now you guys saw what Jill looks like holding that thing, and we got a photograph here. Barry's photograph. This is a photograph that fell out of Barry's shirt just before he fell into the pit. There's something written on the back. Rest in peace, Barry. We love you, Daddy. From your sweet daughters, Moira and Polly. Dang, bro. Now, I can't fully 100% remember. I don't think Barry dies right there, though. I want to say this dude Barry comes back in, like, Revelations, I think? Resident Evil Revelations? Or whatever they're called. Is that? I don't know, scientists, bro. Whatever. Waterfall open. Yay, puzzle done. I was the one with the 2 books I was talking about earlier, the blue and the red one. Eagle North, Wolf South. I don't know, bro. Let's just get in with the rest of the game. This is also really cool. This is a facility. That's a cool thing I really like about Resident Evil and Amnesia while we're at it. They're both set in like creepy, like unassuming mansions. You go lower, there's so many layers. And this is where it all happens. This is the facility of Umbrella where they're doing all their research. Get your hands off. You don't even try it. And this is where they're doing like the actual human experimentations. VACT, researcher's note. Now this is the lore that y'all have been waiting for. There is now evidence that when the host loses consciousness, the body goes into a dormant state. During this time, the virus becomes active and rapidly transforms and reconstructs the basic composition of the body. The host eventually mutated into a humanoid creature. We call them VACs. Its speed and amazing muscular development are particularly noteworthy. After transformation, it becomes more agile and aggressive. Already, 4 of our researchers have died from trying to feed it, turning the place into an instant bloodbath. Ever since this tragic and barbaric accident, we have decided to call its kind Crimson Heads. The dangerous and precious prototype specimen can't be left there. We have to figure out a way to deal with it. Termination is definitely not an option. We finally decided to freeze the specimen and confine the body inside the basement of the backyard cemetery. And that's the Elder Crimson from, I think, the first episode of this game. Alright, so the login is John, and the password for all my Resident Evil fans, ADA, as in Ada. We all know who Mrs. Ada is. Okay, and then to do the next one, we gotta do Cell, C-E-L-L. And just like that. Both floors are open. Let's go. It's crazy, bro. I don't know if they, like, thought about all this stuff when they made it. Oh, but this game is so detailed. I love it. I wanted to show y'all this when we get to the final boss, but, bro, we're gonna do it now. Look at that hand cannon. I had to lay waste to that thing. So these are called chimeras. They're little bug insect creatures. I hate these things probably the most. I'm gonna have to use this again. Get on my face. We're gonna have to clear a path. So we got a canister, we're going to refuel it, and I would assume, I can't speak 100% certainty, but I'm assuming that Resident Evil 1, when it first came around, this was probably a groundbreaking mechanic. Once we fill this up, it has a nitrous compound that is very flammable. We can't run with it or it'll explode, so we have to, like, walk. And I just always thought that was such a cool detail. Facts. To Sanitation Division, attention, Manager of Sanitation from Raccoon Disaster Contingency Committee. I believe that's the first mention of Raccoon. The contents of this fax are confidential and intended for the name addressee only. Any copying or disclosure of the contents of this fax to any third party is strictly forbidden by the sender in Raccoon City. And you love to see it, bro. After reading the contents of this fax, it must be destroyed immediately. We expect significant increase in the damage done by recent T-Virus's outbreak that initially estimated there are several concerns. First concern, more than half of the researchers have been infected by the T-Virus and died. It has also been reported that almost all the survivors of the incident are starting to show symptoms of the T-Virus infection. Second concern, our secret security patrol team has already been completely eradicated. Therefore, most of our research is in danger of public disclosure. Quick actions are demanded to prevent mass media coverage, which we'll learn more about in 2nd and 3 Resident Evil. Third concern, there's a high possibility that most of the specimens are running loose inside the compound. That is crazy. However, yet unfortunate, these casualties underscore the success of our research results. Actions must be taken to prevent our research results from being made public. We suspect the first official intervention will come from the state, police, and STARS. We strongly recommend taking measures against them first. All of this could have been prevented, bro, if it wasn't for Umbrella's greed. That's crazy. Everything, like, I mean, Raccoon City could have been survived if it wasn't for their greed, and it's crazy. It goes to show that Umbrella, all they stand for is money. And when public safety and public documentation is brought into the picture, they immediately think we gotta wipe out STARS, everyone else. It's so crazy. Okay, look at these chimeras. So these are what the actual chimeras look like. I know you didn't get a good picture of them earlier. They're so gross. Yuck, bro. They're like, I don't even know. They're like the lickers from Resident Evil 2, but not nearly as cool looking. They're just gross. Okay, we start our final descent into the deepest of the labs, where it all essentially starts, and this is very iconic. I want you guys to go into this last scene with the context that the traitor who is working among STARS is from Umbrella, and their main concern was outlined in that fax, essentially to wipe out STARS to prevent mass media coverage from the T-Virus. Alright, y'all, we're here in the lab. Let's get it. This is important.
Wesker.
This
There is
dude,
a
Wesker.
disappointment. It's too bad he wasn't much of a poker player.
You were behind all of this.
I laugh.
Why eliminate STARS?
Believe it or not, that's Umbrella's intention.
So having STARS nosing about is an inconvenience.
Exactly.
You're just like all the other things. A slave of Umbrella.
Dang, he did not like that.
Smart girl, but I think you misunderstand me. The things you mention are nothing. I'll burn all of them along with this entire laboratory. That will be the end of my connection with Umbrella.
What? What are you planning?
I want to show you something.
Dude, he's so thick for no reason, bro. Like, I don't know why they give him a dumpy. It was imperative for the plot of this game. And I want you guys to pay attention. What you're witnessing right here is the most iconic monster in all of the Resident Evil series. The reason that it's called the T-Virus, T stands for something. And oh my god, is it the most perfect specimen created in video game horror. Look at this thing. The king of all, the ruthless emperor. T-Virus's very own. The ultimate life form. Tyrant. Oh my god. From, like, you know, a dilemma standpoint, it's horrible that they're doing this.
Beautiful.
But it is kind of beautiful. I even got a Funko Pop.
You'll never understand.
Dang, he has a deep connection with this thing. Too bad. Alright, Wesker. You know, very short-lived. Now we gotta face off against this thing. This is crazy to see. I can't imagine what people were thinking when they saw this thing back in 1997.
I'll deal with you, freak.
Oh, let's get it, Jill. Oh, that's one of the most iconic things that Jill's ever said. I'm about to equip the 4-4 and I'm about to... Fortnite emo. I don't know what they were thinking adding that gun into this game. What a pathetic way to die. He's holding something. Observation note. Okay, let's read this. The discovery of the G virus was in fact 21 years after the administration of the primogenitor virus. The prototype parasite, which we had delivered from a laboratory in France, was administered to the sample specimen. The sample specimen took in the parasite without showing any signs of adverse reaction. The lack of any reaction was an unsolved mystery, but now everything is clear to me now. The prototype parasite was incubating in the sample specimen's body for 21 years. Then from that incubating state, the prototype suddenly mutated. Evolved may be a more appropriate word to describe it. This observation gave me more insight in my research. Through further modification and testing, I was able to derive a method to create the G that surpasses the performance of the T. Keep both of those in mind. This was the breakthrough that would change the future of BOW's history, which is bioorganic weapons. I can't wait to see the look on Alexia's annoying face when I finally announce my research. But unfortunately, I'll have to wait a few more years to completely verify my findings. William Birkin. Now, if you guys know anything about Resident Evil 2, you guys will know who William Birkin is, and of course, we'll get to that when Resident Evil 2's playthrough comes around. Keep all those in mind, though. G-Virus, T-Virus, everything is very, very important to Resident Evil. I believe Alexia's from Code Veronica, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, we gotta make a move, bro. We gotta go out and about. But yeah, y'all, just keep everything in mind, because I'm telling y'all, all of this is very super important to the lore. William Birkin, he was actually a partner of Wesker, like a very right-hand man to Wesker. And we'll learn about that in Resident Evil 0. Resident Evil 0 was made after Resident Evil 1, like, I believe by a couple years, like maybe 5. So they did do a very, very good job when it came to laying down like the lore and stuff for Resident Evil in Resident Evil 0. So it's not super imperative that we play that, but I want to just because I played it and the story is so phenomenal, bro. Alright, y'all, we made it outside. We got the signal rockets and we're going to launch these out. And just like that, y'all, we have completed Resident Evil 1. Like I said, I mean, I always think that Resident Evil is going to be one of my favorite franchises of all time in video games. Definitely the father, the one that started it all when it came to survival horror as a game genre in general. And it's not only essential for video games, but I would argue that Resident Evil was a very big step in modernizing and adapting the ideas of zombies into a more structured, like, they're not just brain dead, undead, dead beings. You know, like, these things are capable of being extremely deadly. And then, of course, I always loved how Resident Evil transcended the idea of zombies into Oh, what if they were made by the government as a way of making bioorganic weapons for war? Mass destructive, big beings, things like the Tyrant, which we will see more of the Tyrants. If you guys have played Resident Evil 2, Mr. X is a Tyrant. In Resident Evil 3, I would say Nemesis is probably the most well-known Tyrant. He's just crazy. And we'll definitely see more. Look how hot Jill is, bro. I love Jill. But yeah, y'all, that's it for Resident Evil 1. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, I will be playing the rest of the Resident Evils. Resident Evil 0, I would say, is very good for getting a good backstory. That plays, like, I want to say, like, the day or hours before Resident Evil 1. We get the idea of Enrico coming to the mansion, what happened to Bravo Team, which is the reason that all of us came here in the first place. They were the derelict helicopter that we were talking about in the beginning of this game. And Resident Evil 2 and 3 both happened at the same time in Raccoon City.
Jill,
I want to say like months later after this game. But I'm telling y'all, this is the Spencer Mansion incident, which is what we just left. And I promise you that is the most important thing in Resident Evil history. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new, consider subscribing, as I do post content like this daily. And I had so much fun with this. Stay tuned for the rest of the Resident Evil games. I will be playing Resident Evil 4 in March when the remake comes out. And until then, y'all have a great day. Stay safe. Take care. Bye-bye. Until next time.